Everything that I say continues to happen right in front of our very eyes. I have warned people and warned people and warned people. And a lot of you do listen, thankfully, and I appreciate that. But a lot of people just continue to not pay attention to this stuff because they don't see the bigger ramifications of what's going on. And no matter what, if you continue to allow this to happen, then everything that we have ever loved or enjoyed will be eliminated from existence, and moving forward, you will have nothing but this buttoned up, safe bullshit. But then once that stuff is produced, then there will be something else that someone is offended by, and they will continue to change things over and over again. At some point, we are heading towards the removal of Master being used within Star Wars. I seriously believe that it might not get used in the Clone Wars Season 7 at this point. This is where we're heading. I'm sure the light side and the dark side is going to be offensive because you're saying the dark side, that means minorities and colored people. So that would mean that's offensive. You're just saying that it's, that black people are bad by that reference. At some point, the White House is going to have to be renamed because you're like, why is it the White House? Why is it not the Black House? These are the kinds of scenarios that we are facing, and we're not very far removed from it happening. It could happen tomorrow in this crazy society that we're living in. Disney removes Toy Story 2 scene that recalled Hollywood casting couch abuse. I got an idea for you, Hollywood. Maybe just stop abusing people sexually. Maybe instead of saying, hey, let's remove this scene from a kid's movie that was a joke, that wasn't a problem since 1999, yet suddenly here we are in 2019 and it's a problem because Hollywood continues to abuse people, women specifically, underage women. And so now they're getting a little worried because it's starting to expose them. How about just stop abusing people? Maybe that's the answer. I don't know, call me crazy, right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Disney recently marked the opening of Toy Story 4 by re-releasing the entire animated franchise on 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. But not every entry was the same as when the studio first released it. Deadline reports Disney quietly removed the scene from Toy Story 2 for the new release. The scene in question occurred during the end credit bloopers and featured the character Stinky Pete inside a toy box with two Barbie dolls. Stinky Pete grabs one of their hands and says he can help them get roles in the next Toy Story movie, only to discover he is being filmed. The character becomes flustered and escorts the Barbie dolls out of the box. In the wake of the Me Too and Time's Up movement, anti-harassment movement, it was impossible not to view this scene as problematic. Now, the problem is that the people in Hollywood continue to accept abuse, and they don't have a problem with it until it gets highlighted and exposed. Then they take a hard stance on it. They didn't care about Harvey Weinstein all of those years. Meryl Streep had no problem getting on a stage and literally calling him God. If you don't believe me, you can find it. The woman called him God. And now they're acting like nobody knew that he was harassing all of these people? Really? Do you really think that we don't know that he was and that we know you did? You knew this. All of you knew that he was doing it. It's unreal. So that's the problematic issue here. Not a kid's cartoon with an adult joke. It was an adult joke. I will acknowledge that. But again, it's existed for 20 years. Nobody had a problem with it until Hollywood started getting exposed for all of their garbage and their sleaziness behind closed doors. It's unbelievable. So it says Stinky Pete's behavior brings to mind Hollywood's casting couch abuse problem, in which young actors are forced to trade sexual favors for roles. IndieWire has reached out to Disney to further comment. The removal of the questionable Toy Story 2 scene arrives after Disney and Pixar had personal issues with sexual harassment in the workplace. John Lasseter, the director of Toy Story 2 and the former chief creative officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios and Pixar, was accused of sexual harassment, inappropriate work conduct in November 2017. Why is this thing jumping around on me? You and your garbage ass ads. Where did it go? Okay. Rashida Jones, one of the original writers of Toy Story 4, was one of the women who came forward and said Lasseter acted inappropriate with her. Lasseter stepped down from his position and left the company in December of 2018. Now, let's talk about this for a minute. Now, based on what we know, John Lasseter got in trouble for giving hugs at work. And now Pixar is not even remotely close to what it was. So there you go with that. I don't know. Maybe there's more to the story, but I haven't really heard a whole lot of details on that. And at this particular point in time, companies like Disney, they will collapse at the sign of an accusation. They're not worried about doing any investigation. They're not worried about the truth. They're not worried about due process. All they'll do is they're like, oh my God, a man was accused. He must be guilty because he's a man. And the woman needs to be respected. Boom, boom, end of discussion. It's over with. That's pretty much how it goes these days. As Toy Story, the animated franchise, returned to the big screen this year with Toy Story 4, the sequel earned universal acclaim. IndieWire senior film critic David Elric said the film was the perfect ending for the franchise, and yada, 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 yada. So there we go. We're at a point where, because Hollywood is such a shitty place with so many horrible human beings, using sexual favors to elevate yourself within the industry, which is something we've all known happens. We've all known this is part of the game. And now, because it's part of the Me Too movement, now suddenly it's affecting kids' movies. 20 years, this was not problematic for 20 years, but suddenly now it is an issue. This is the world we live in, so I'm telling you, the more this happens, the more we don't speak out about it, the more we don't voice our displeasure, the more they're going to change everything that came before, and they're going to mold everything that comes after. And then they're going to change that too, because something new will be offensive. Something new will be offensive at that point in time. Just like the Betsy Ross flag, how Colin Kaepernick thinks that's racist now, yet when it was hanging above the inauguration for Barack Obama, it wasn't racist then, but it's racist now. Because Orange Man Bad is in office, and everything is racist now that wasn't racist before. Because this is the world of SJWs, eating each other alive, retconning racism, retconning sexism, retconning whatever is offensive. Wasn't offensive before, but it's offensive now. This is absolutely nuts. So, Disney, you suck giant balls. I as a fan of Disney for so long, I am sick and tired of this company. I am sick of their garbage. I'm fed up with it, man. I'm absolutely fed up with it. So, anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.